Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0847 indicates a fault related to the transmission fluid pressure switch B, specifically for the third clutch. This switch is a vital part of the transmission hydraulic system and is responsible for detecting the pressure in the hydraulic circuit when the third clutch is engaged. When hydraulic pressure is adequately supplied, the switch activates and sends a signal to the Powertrain Control Module, PCM. If pressure is low and the switch fails to signal appropriately, it can lead to erratic gear shifts or the car failing to shift into third gear properly. The PCM continuously monitors this signal during operation to ensure smooth transitions between gears. A failure to detect the proper signals from this switch can trigger the DTC and activate the malfunction indicator lamp, MIL, indicating a potential issue that requires immediate attention. The transmission fluid pressure switch, B, third clutch, is responsible for indicating the hydraulic pressure present in the transmission when the third clutch is activated. Its role is crucial as it directly informs the PCM whether the hydraulic pressure is adequate for a smooth engagement of third gear. Located within the hydraulic pressure circuit, this switch is typically found mounted within or near the transmission assembly. The PCM uses the information from this switch not only to engage the third clutch effectively, but also to ensure that gear transitions are smooth and controlled, thus reducing mechanical shock. When this switch detects low pressure, it can cause the vehicle to not shift properly, which could lead to increased wear on other transmission components. An effective electrical connection and fluid pressure signal are vital for optimal transmission operation, making the function of this switch critical. There are several potential causes for the DTC P0847 that you need to consider. First, a possible short in the OP3SW line to ground could prevent the transmission fluid pressure switch B from sending the correct signals to the PCM, leading to erroneous diagnostics of the transmission status. The second possibility is that the pressure switch itself may be stuck in the on position due to internal failures or contaminations, resulting in constant pressure readings regardless of actual conditions. Lastly, a failure within the PCM's internal circuitry could lead to incorrect processing of the signals being transmitted. Each of these issues can disrupt the normal operations of the transmission, making it essential to carry out a thorough diagnosis to pinpoint the exact cause of the DTC activation. Remember, while these are likely causes, other factors could also contribute, so it's vital to investigate thoroughly. Symptoms associated with DTC P0847 primarily include the illumination of the malfunction indicator lamp, MIL, which serves as a warning to the driver that there is an issue with the transmission system. Another critical symptom is poor transmission performance, characterized by erratic shifting, inability to engage the third gear smoothly, or even transmission slippage. Additionally, if the issue persists, you may observe the AT gear position indicator blinking, which indicates that the transmission is unable to determine its proper state and may be a sign of malfunctioning sensors or switches. Drivers might also experience delayed gear engagement or abrupt shifts during driving, causing increased stress on the vehicle's overall transmission system. These symptoms indicate that immediate diagnostic steps should be taken to avoid worsening the situation. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0847 is to start the engine and allow it to idle for a moment. Once the engine is running smoothly, proceed by driving the vehicle in the D, drive position, until the transmission shifts into sixth gear. This step is essential for reproducing the conditions that may have triggered the DTC. During this operation, ensure that you adhere to local traffic regulations and maintain proper safety protocols. Observing the vehicle's behavior during this phase can provide crucial insights. If the transmission operates normally without triggering the DTC during this test, it may indicate a transient issue. However, if the MIL remains illuminated or the AT gear position indicator blinks, further investigation is warranted to identify underlying problems with the pressure switch or wiring. After performing the initial driving test, it is important to check for any active diagnostic trouble codes, DTCs, using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This step involves connecting the HDS scanner to the car's onboard diagnostic port and running a series of diagnostic checks. The HDS can provide real-time data and help confirm if DTC P0847 or any related codes are showing active signals or pending. Identifying if other faults are present will assist in pinpointing whether the issue lies solely with the fluid pressure switch or is compounded by other system failures. Being thorough in this check helps ensure that any potential problems are not overlooked, which could lead to incorrect assumptions about the system's performance. Following this, it would also be beneficial to review the freeze frame data to analyze the conditions present when the fault occurred, giving more context to the observed symptoms. Once the necessary repairs or replacements have been completed, it is crucial to verify the effectiveness of these actions. Begin this verification process by using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear all stored DTCs, including DTC P0847. After clearing the codes, perform another test drive under conditions similar to those that caused the original DTC to trigger. During this drive, observe any indicator lights, particularly the MIL and the AT gear position indicator, to confirm they remain off. This verification step is vital as it ensures that the issue has been resolved adequately and no further faults are present. If the DTC reappears during this test, further investigation is warranted, focusing on the previous repair points or potentially overlooked aspects. Successful verification confirms that the transmission is operating smoothly, free from the issues represented by the earlier codes. Preventive maintenance plays a significant role in ensuring that issues like DTC P0847 do not reoccur. One of the most effective measures is to regularly check the transmission fluid levels and condition. Proper fluid levels ensure that the transmission operates optimally and maintains adequate pressure within the hydraulic circuits, thereby supporting the functionality of components like the fluid pressure switch. Additionally, inspecting electrical wiring and connectors associated with the transmission and the pressure switch can prevent intermittent faults caused by corrosion, wear, or disconnections. By maintaining a clean and secured connection, the likelihood of erroneous signals generated by faulty wiring is significantly reduced. Setting a routine for this kind of preventive inspection can help extend the life of the transmission system and reduce unexpected failures. In conclusion, understanding how the transmission fluid pressure switch B functions within the context of the DTC P0847 is essential for effective troubleshooting. This switch is pivotal in managing hydraulic pressure and ensuring seamless transmission shifts, particularly in the third clutch system. Understanding the possible causes and symptoms allows drivers and technicians to diagnose potential issues effectively. The troubleshooting steps outlined provide a structured approach to identifying the problem accurately, ensuring timely repair. Finally, implementing preventive maintenance practices will not only enhance the reliability of your Honda Accord, but also minimize the risk of future issues with the transmission system. Regular inspections, fluid checks, and addressing electrical integrity can significantly extend the lifespan and functionality of the transmission, minimizing the occurrences of DTC activations. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.